Okay. Yes, recording चालू हो गया रत्नेश जी. Recording has started. Rत्नेश ji, can you hear me? Yes. So why you are facing this problem that host?
हाँ नहीं
वो लॉगिन किए थे ना अपने वाले आईडी से?
राइट यस सब कुछ वैसा ही है एग्जैक्टली बट कुछ दिक्कत है बट ठीक है आपने एक बार स्टार्ट कर दिया तो इट विल कंटिन्यू नो इश्यूज
Okay,
वी
ठीक है.
कैन स्टार्ट द वर्कशॉप नाउ
Okay. Yes, so yes, everyone. Now we is 2:12, and 2 more minutes to go. We will start the workshop. So I just want to tell all of you the introduction of the people who is with us. One of the great scientists from IIT Bombay, Ritesh Misra ji. You can see on him on the screen. Very young person. You can see that he is also like all of you. He has to play cricket and all at that age. And he built a satellite for India. So he is with us. Very young person. Everybody was thinking, will he do it? Will he build the satellite? But he made it. 8 years of journey, he did it. So why he is here with all of you? Because he want to inspire you. Yes, you can do it. Why can't you do it? Just start it. And there we are always there to help all of you. We have a lot of scientists. They will be connecting with all of you once you start the work. Then another person, another great personality, most respected of our country, being commander of Indian Air Force, Sanjay Rajagopal sir, also with us. It's a great pleasure to have with us he's from Kerala itself. And then we have another great personality with us, Pramod sir. He has done a lot of research work in the field of robotics, nanotechnologies, and various other things. He has been connected even with some space work also with ISRO. And he has published so many research papers, and he's guiding so many students of our country to build new kind of project. Many times he has gone to other country to present his paper, and it was recognized by other country. You know that many great institutions. So he's with us. And then also we have another personality from Tamil Nadu, from Chennai, Pavitra ma'am. She is also aeronautical engineer. So and then at last, a great man from Kerala, who is responsible for this workshop, Sangeet sir. I think he can hear us. So उन्होंने बहुत मेहनत किया. He has done a lot of hard work for this workshop. So I salute him for this. He is creating opportunity for Kerala student to do something for in the field of space. So yes, Ratnesh, we can go. You can start the video because it's 2:14 now. So yes, everyone, we are going to start the workshop. First, it will be national anthem. So once the national anthem will be there, I will request all of you to please unmute your video and stand wherever you are for respect of the national anthem. पहले क्या करें रत्नेश जी? पहले वो नेशनल एंथम प्ले कर दे, उसके बाद पीएसएलवी.
Yeah, can you just see the
Yes,
screen?
everyone, I request all of you please on your video and start the please on your video and stand wherever you are. जहाँ पर भी आप हो आप खड़े हो जाओ. और अभी यस रत्नेश जी को है.
पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Yes, thank you everyone for your cooperation with the Igniting Young Minds. Yes, now I request Denul Asmi to please unmute your video and you can just give the welcome speech. Denul Asmi. Hello, Denul.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, please unmute your video and start the welcome speech.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Dinu Lashmi, brand ambassador of Igniting Young Minds. It is my pleasure to welcome you all and thank you to each and every one of you for being here with us today. We are very pleased to be able to welcome those of you who have been with us today for the workshop. We are very proud and really happy to host this of you in Canada, the Lord's own country, with you all. Once again, I warmly welcome you everyone. And our Igniting Young Minds Committee main aim is to promote space and satellite education for every young minds from any school all around the world. We involve a group of people with several years of experience, people from education ministry and many young scientists, IIT experts. Before we get started, I would like to express my sincere thanks to all of you who generously helped us to make this event come together to become a success. We couldn't have done it without you. On behalf of Igniting Young Minds Committee, I would like to extend a warm welcome to our chief guest, Mr. Pramod Sridharan. We are indeed grateful for your gracious presence there. I feel grateful to welcome Mr. Sangeet Kumar and Mrs. Pavitra Amos. Also, I welcome Mr. Rajneesh, Laila Jacob, and Mr. Ravishankar Kumar, founder of IYM, who are a great guidance for our team. I welcome all our dear students for presenting this remarkable one. Well, we are really happy to organize this workshop in Kerala. I hope this workshop based on satellite technology will help you to improve your skills and knowledge. With all enthusiasm, I welcome you all once again to the momentous event. Today will be full of fun and learning. Thank you.
Okay, Darul, it was a great speech, inspiring speech by you. Now, I request Being Commander sir, so please unmute your audio and give the inspiring words to all the students. Please, sir.
Thank you, Ravi Shankar, and a very warm good afternoon to all the children who have joined this group. I am from the Air Force, so I will start with a small story related to war. Most of you would have heard about Israel. Now, Israel is a country which was formed somewhere around the time that India was formed. And today, where India is and where Israel is, there's a huge difference. Now, Israel is a country which is surrounded by enemies all around. It has got Egypt in the south, Syria in the north, Jordan, Lebanon, everybody is Iran, everybody is an enemy. We have just one enemy country called Pakistan, and look at the way how scared we are. If you compare, Israel is in a deep problem. They have fought many wars with their. In 1967, there was a major war. It's called a Six-Day War. In that war, the Israeli Air Force was able to completely demolish the Egyptian Air Force in just one day. In just one day, they were able to completely demolish that Air Force. And the only reason why they were able to do was because they employed what is called electronic warfare. Now, electronic warfare has got something called a radar, which is one of the important things. There are many other things in that. I will speak about radars because I am a radar specialist. So they use radars. Now, radars, you see, radars is something with which you can look into the sky and identify the approaching enemy aircraft. So if you are able to look and identify an aircraft to be an enemy aircraft, it gives you much more time to respond and be more effective. Now, this radar has got one limitations. It can only see by line of sight. So if the Earth's curvature is like this, if the radar is here, it won't be able to see an aircraft which is flying here. So how can you do that is by raising the height of the radar. So what you do is you generally go and put the radar on top of the hilltops. Another way is to put the radar in an aircraft and take the aircraft up. Another way of doing it is, why not put that aircraft in a satellite and send it up? Now, this is where satellite comes. So as you take the sensors and electronics much higher above, your reach increases. And therefore, satellite becomes an extremely important aspect. Satellite is not just for wars. Satellite can be used for many other things. We have got communication satellites. Satellites are used for geological surveys. Satellites are used in oceanographic surveys. We try to identify where fishes are there. Now that's a very important information for the fishermen. If you are able to tell that this is a place where you got big schools of fish, it can be used for minerals and geology. There are many uses of satellites. Now that is that workshop that you are attending today. I will not take much time. Right now what we deal with students a lot. We talk about soft skills development. So when I was talking to one of the youngsters recently, and I asked him, what do you want to become? So that guy said, I want to become a chartered accountant. And I asked him, why? And he said, my father's friend is a chartered accountant and he's doing well. Now, this is one of the problems that we all have. Our choices of career options is limited to the number of people that we see. Back in my times, there were only two careers. One was engineer, one was doctor. Today you have technology, you have got connectivity, you have got so much of information flowing to you, you are able to find out more options. Today you have discovered one more option. Yes, building satellite and sending it up in the sky is also an option for a professional. I will leave you with three advices. The first is to choose your career. Very important that you should identify options. There are a million options which are available. You should be able to look at all of them and then try and find one. The second thing is, what option that you choose should match with your intellect and your passion. If it is not meeting with your passion and your ability, I don't think you are going to succeed, because if you are scared of mathematics, you cannot be an accountant. If you are scared of blood, you can't become a doctor. If you are not thick-skinned, you cannot become a politician. So you need to.
Sir, your mic is muted.
Sanjay sir.
Please mute yourself.
Okay, so yeah, are you able to hear me? So what I was trying to say is, your passions and your passions must meet with the requirement of the profession that you are trying to choose. And the third thing is, you must work hard and diligently progress towards your goal. Nobody has become great without working. Nobody has become great without working hard. We were just listening that to one of the scientists, Mr. Ratnesh. He worked for 8 years to make sure that a satellite is sent up in the sky. People have really worked hard. Subhash Chandra Bose, if you remember, he traveled 6 months in a submarine just to make sure that he reaches safely from Europe to the Southeast Asia. People do deliberately put a lot of effort and work consistently towards their goals. So these are the three advices I would like to leave with you. Wish you all a great workshop. May you all be able to develop, design, and send satellites into the sky. Good luck to all of you, and back to you, Ravi.
Yes, Ratnesh, thank you so much, sir. It was really a great speech. It was inspiring even me and all the people who joined us. It was really a fantastic speech, sir. And now, Ratnesh ji, थोड़ा सा PSLV C37 का.
Yes, sure. I'll share this. Thank you so much, Sanjay.
Yes.
This was really brilliant.
It was really.
share.
Yes. And बाद में वो क्या करेंगे, कार्टून वाला बाद में प्ले कर देंगे बीच में.
PSLV C37.
Yes. So workshop, dear student, we are going to start the workshop within 1 minute after the launching of PSLV C37. It was a record-breaking day for India.
Have been successfully launched.
30 seconds. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1,
4,
0,
3,
plus 1,
2,
2,
1,
3, 4, 5,
and this is the launching of
7, 8,
PSLV C37. And now I hand over the session to Rajneesh Mishra, young scientist of IIT Bombay. So please take care of the meeting now, Rajneesh Mishra ji.
Yes, yes, yes. Alright.
Yes, so now Rajneesh Mishra ji is going to start the meeting session of today, and later on, Pramod sir will be giving a sort of speech on self-reliant India, how this technology can help, and then it will keep on going in that way. Okay, sir.
Yes.
Rajneesh ji, continue.
Yes, bilkul, definitely. So super. Good afternoon, everyone, all the students here. And it was brilliant explanation by Sanjay sir about the different application of satellites and what he correctly mentioned that you all can work in those all possible applications. So now why we are here, I'll just brief you in a short about why exactly we are helping you in terms of satellite. So satellite is not that complex satellite which you think ki it is so difficult, so hard, it is something rocket science. Okay. Or like whether we can make that or not, like that, it is not that complex system. It is exactly each and everything around you. Okay. The satellite is everything around you. The satellite needs power. Okay. Like similarly, you need power from the food. So satellite takes it from the sunlight. You have hands, legs to perform action. The satellite also have something to perform action. Everything. So in the time of COVID, I'll just like to link you. So you all might be wearing mask, okay, to prevent yourself from the COVID. So now you will wonder ki how that is linked to the satellite. So satellite also wear mask. Okay. So what exactly that mask is? You might have seen the satellites and rocket with a golden layer on the top of it. Okay. So that is basically a mask for the satellite, which prevents the satellite from radiation of the space. Okay. So in the similar manner, each and everything of yours, your surrounding, your environment can be linked to the satellite. Okay. So that's why we are here. Anything about the technical part, you can definitely go and Google on the satellite on different parts. But this is the way we actually link it. Okay. So second thing I would like to ask you all. Okay. So you all can either, so I can see few videos. So either you can raise your hand if it is a yes. Okay. Or you can message in the chat box. Okay. If it is a yes or no, whatever. Okay. So all these journey of satellite and space starts with two questions. Okay. And even I would love to get the answer from Sanjay sir, Pramod sir, everyone around this. So whenever you were child, have you ever wandered to roam around the whole world? कि पूरी दुनिया घूमेंगे. Okay. So yes or no, like you can message on the chat box, you can raise your hand if it is okay. I can see a lot of yes. Second question, have you ever wandered to touch the sky? आसमान छूने के सपने. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, okay. All the parents, all the teachers who might be present here in their childhood, they might have definitely thought of it. Okay. I personally also had this dream. Okay. But whether I completed that dream or not, but I was part of something which is called Pratham, the student satellite of IIT Bombay, which did both. It is revolving around Earth every 90 minutes. So उसने पूरी दुनिया घूमी. Second, it not just touched the sky, it even more than that, it touched the space. Okay. So that's why these two dreams is completed by Pratham, and that's why we call this as a journey of dreams. Okay. सपनों की journey जो है, that's why we call Pratham as a journey of dreams. Okay. So I would just like to share a few pictures of satellite and then we'll see. Raviji, just let me know whenever you can see that picture.
Yes, Ratnesh.
Yes. Can you see, Raviji?
No, it's not.
Okay, just
Now it's coming. Yeah, done.
now. Okay. So
Continue, Ratnesh. Continue.
yes, perfect. As you can see in the picture here, this is the picture of Pratham, the satellite completely built by the students of IIT Bombay. Okay, I was part of it. So in my first year, I worked on it, and then I so we will share the journey of this. And I was so lucky to have the launch in my tenure when I was the leader. 2016, 26th September. So we recently completed 4 years of it. Okay. So yes, this is, as you can see on the picture, this is the satellite. This is the final flight satellite, which was there in space. So one more thing is there, even to my child, like after 10 years, 20 years, I can tell him that there is something in space, which I was part of it. Okay. Which is there in space and revolving. And also it is revolving with a speed of 7 kilometer per second. Okay, so that means if I personally would have been Pratham, so if I will start from Nasik to Kerala, I would be there in 3-4 minutes. So with that speed, the satellite is revolving around the Earth. Okay, so let's start with this thing. Ki it started with very simple question. Okay, which was, why can't we? Why not we? Okay, why can't we build the satellite? So I would be really happy, like someone after this workshop will say, "Ki why not from Kerala students, like school students can build it? Okay, can build the satellite." I would be really excited to know your answers and all those later. Okay, so start with a very simple thing. Why not we build the satellite? So as a students, we had thought, so whenever you think of the satellite is built, you always think that it is built by someone big scientist like an Einstein with the big hair, all the scientist people. Okay, but it is not. I'm so young at this stage. So when I was part of it, I was 20 or 22 by the time it got launched. So it's not definitely a place where basically all the scientists with like can only work on that. So yes, that's why we have to start with that question, and that's why we are giving it to all you students. Okay, so you're so young and you can definitely think on it. You should know the option that these are the options to build the satellite. So yes, in the similar manner we can start. And on the picture you can see the this picture, and you will definitely get the background of this picture that you can imagine this might be the day of satellite launch. Okay, all the team members so excited, emotional about the satellite launch and everything. So yes, by the picture you can imagine the thing, the feel, the adventure of it. Okay, and this whole journey is like a movie. Okay, it has action, adventure, thrill, emotion, everything. Okay, and it too has a climax. So we will share those things as it goes. Yeah. So so definitely, like different other satellite, it has a vision and mission where basically we wanted IIT Bombay to be the excellent in terms of space technology, in terms of satellite center. Okay, so through that it actually got started. So yes, I was talking about this. Whenever something difficult comes, we call it a rocket science. So this is actually the rocket science. Okay. So why it is called so important and so crucial mission? So for the simple reason, your satellite is just a 1 crore or 2 crore project. Okay. But the satellite is sitting on a rocket, which is a 500 or 1,000 crore project. So anything goes wrong in your satellite can affect the whole rocket and can affect and terribly like make you feel guilt about the wasting money of the whole nation. So that's why it is so crucial and so important to maintain the quality, the precision, and the professionalism. So you all, so Kerala is really very lucky to have the VSSC there, Vikram Sarabhai Space Center. There is a LPSC, the Liquid Propulsion Space, the center is there. Okay, VSSC training centers is there. So all those are definitely a good place to give you the feel of space. Okay, feel of the satellite. So when we were part of it, like we didn't know anything about all these. Okay, we didn't know how to talk to them scientists. We have no knowledge about the satellite. Like we had no experience of building the satellite before, but we got to know with the when we enter the journey of it, like how to present, how to do this, how to do this, what could be the way. So that's why all these things are part of it. So definitely, as you all know, like you all might be a part of different projects or science project or various other small projects or something, anything. Okay. So what majorly important is your partner, your team member, your people around you, your teacher, right? So in the similar manner, this Pratham satellite, very crucial thing was the team of it. Okay. So anytime a science project doesn't fail, it's basically the people involved in it get failed. Okay. So no project gets failed. It's only the people fail or pass. Okay. So and that too depends on this complex projects or things. What level of time period. Okay. It goes. So in the picture also you can see the inside of the satellite so complexly routed with the wires all around going here and there. So this is so we took so every time we integrate the satellite, it took 2 days, continuous 2 days to integrate the satellite. And if you miss out anything, okay, you have to repeat that 2 days process. So in that way, it is basically train you it to be so professional in yourself. Okay, it is not just about the satellite. It basically trains you in every field of it. Whether you go in the field of defense, whether you go in the field of business, anything, research, teachers, anything. It helps you to tell that how professional you can become. Okay. What does the integration means basically? आपके पास so if you have a table, okay, and if you want to integrate the table, so what you will do took is you will took a wooden plate, you will fix the legs to it. So this is the process of it integration. Okay. So in the similar manner, the satellite also is integrated step by step. Okay. So that's why it is integrated over. So yes, as Raviji told, this is not the story of one day, not the story of 1 week, not even the story of 1 month or 1 year. It is the story of 8 long years, starting from 2008 to 2016. Okay, so in that way, that long journey with a continuous effort. It was not just कि आज रात पूरा काम कर लिया and it's all done. No, not possible. Okay. So it is those long time efforts it needs, and that's how the regular part of it. Okay. Uh, so there is just want to share this. This is one of the picture of ISRO testing center. Okay, where basically they test the space environment. Okay. So whatever the space is no vacuum. Okay, 0 Kelvin. So that type of temperature without vacuum and things has been generated on ground in this testing facility. Okay. So where the satellites is get. So whenever you test the satellite, you try ki whatever failure is possible, just it should fail in ground. Okay. Otherwise, if it fails in space, you don't have any other option. So one of the project manager and the team leader, so who was about to join this meeting but couldn't, Manvi Dhawan, she used to tell ki the space doesn't give you a second chance. Okay, for the simple reason, if you have a chair or if you consider a toy, okay, a toy in your part, okay, or a chair in your playing thing. So if anything breaks from it, okay, if anything gets broken, you try to get it assembled on your own. Okay, you try to purchase new, you try to get the mechanic on it, and you just try to correct it. What about the satellite? Can you imagine the similar way? Can you imagine the satellites there in space and you are calling ISRO or VSSC center, hey ISRO, please send an astronaut to correct it, or one of the screw has came out, please correct it. Definitely not possible. No astronaut is going to do that in space for your satellite. Okay. So in the similar way, since you don't have any second option for it, Okay, you have to be perfect in one. So that's why this is so crucial and critical. So this testing was actually a 40 hours of long testing, continuous 40 hours of testing where we were part of it with all the ups and downs and pressure, those things. So how it actually started? It actually started by Saptarishi Bandyopadhyay, who was the founder of this and who is currently in NASA, working with Jet Propulsion Lab of NASA, and there he is working as a scientist. Okay. And there are many more along with his colleagues who were involved in this. And now, as you can see in the picture, the different generations like this thing. And on the rightmost, I am there with so lucky and proud to be part of it, because of which I am speaking to you all in front of this and sharing those journey. So yes, that long period, and lucky to have in 26 September 2016, where it got launched with PSLV C35 from ISRO. Okay, so this is the picture for which we were working day and night to with that just one dream. Okay, and in the picture you can imagine the feel that your satellite is kept on the top of that rocket. Okay, that topmost portion where your satellite is kept. And I was lucky ki I kept that satellite there. So in that way, you can imagine the feel. So I'll just share a small video of this. Okay. So Raviji, let me know when you can see the video.
This was the journey of Pramod, and this is the session we are conducting for all of you to take the initiative, come up with your idea, try to build a satellite. If you start this from the scratch, if you are finding any difficulties, we have a great team. We have people from NASA also. We will help you to build it. This is the whole plan we have. So we all are working for it. And now you can see the launching of the Pratham. It was launched from Sriharikota, PSLV, C35 in year 2016. Yes. So this is the launching of Pratham.
From PES University, Bangalore, or from India. The main objective of Pratham is to estimate the total electron count, TEC, with a resolution of 1 kilometer by 1 kilometer.
Have a feel of the launch.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, plus 1, 2.
So this was the launch of PSLV C35, where Pratham was feel of the
जलन बिल्कुल सामान्य आकाश की ओर उठता हुआ PSLV और जोरदार
we will hear the confirmation of the separation of the Pratham satellite built by students of IIT Mumbai, and also followed just 10 seconds later the separation of
those things.
PI satellite built by the students of PES University, Bangalore.
जी हाँ, वैसे कई उपग्रह इसरो भारतीय विश्वविद्यालय के लिए छोड़ चुका है. जी हाँ, प्रथम उपग्रह भी अलग.
Right. Okay.
Yes. So, dear children, you have seen that how the Pratham was launched. Whenever you see a rocket, on the top you will find the satellite. On the top you will find the satellite. So what do you mean by separation? Means a satellite will get separation from the top part of the rocket. So this is what it was saying in the video. It's really a proud moment. It's really an inspiring moment. Yes, Ratnesh.
Yes. Yeah. So yes, as you saw on the video, like we used to see this on Doordarshan live. Like this is the launch place from where the from Sriharikota the launch happens. And when we got the opportunity to be there, okay, and your work is there in the top, so you can imagine the amount of feel. So when we went to Shar, we actually collected some soil sample and some of the things for our memories. So you can imagine those emotional moments to capture those things. Okay. So when we were there in Shar, Sriharikota, so yes, so all the things get developed in Bangalore. It's at ISRO centers, and then it is taken to Shar for this. So in this way, it was the journey. So I'll just share one climax. As I told you, this is a movie. Okay, I'll share you a climax scene of it. Okay. Uh, so when so this got launched on 26th September. Okay, on the morning around 10 or 11 a.m. And then we were so every time a satellite is in space, it send a signal to you at your ground station to tell you that it is alive. Okay, it is working fine. Okay, it sends a signal. So like you have a heartbeat which tells you you are live. Okay, in the similar way, satellite has a signal which tells you that the satellite is alive. So and generally the satellite send a signal like twice or thrice in a day. Okay, so on that day, on 26 September, we were waiting for the signal at night around 8 p.m. to receive it at our ground station. So ground station is a place where we receive the signal. So we were waiting from 26 September morning to evening time with all amount of pressure, media and everyone, signal aaya, whether you received the signal or not. So with that thing, but we didn't receive the signal that day. Okay. So all those excitements and ups of things in the morning now goes back to the sad failure feel of it. Okay. Like what might have gone wrong, what is might have this thing. So after that, the next day also we tried, but we didn't got the signal. The only good thing the next day what we observed was we got a invite from Maharashtra governor. Okay, so he invited all the team members to at his place for felicitation. So you can imagine no person would get sad because of the invite from the state governor. Okay. On the same day, we got a wishes from Honorable Prime Minister about on the tweets of satellite from all around. Okay, but we were not that happy for the simple reason we haven't got the signal. Okay, so we tried that next day. Then on the 28th, when we were going to the governor's place, so there is a bus called Tum Tum in our college. So all the team members went to the governor's place with that in that thing. We got a message from University of College London, okay, that we have received something. So definitely, first of all, I would like to tell you the satellite doesn't communicate in Hindi or English, okay, or Malayalam language. It communicates in a Morse code. Okay, it is a form of dot dash. It is a Morse code in which it sends the signal. So the college sent us the message by telling that we have received something, but we are not sure whether it is yours or not. Okay, you can try. So that excitement again pumped up to see whether it is ours or not. Okay, and while returning from the governor's place in Mumbai traffic, as you can imagine, we were like so we got those files. And when the communication expert was doing the decoding of it, okay, like, and after the decoding, she just told, yes, it is our satellite. Okay. That moment was basically like all the parents who might be sitting here, I'll tell you that was the feel of you can get the first voice of your child. Okay. So in the similar way, it was the feel of things. And we were all like you children, we came shouting like this, we got the signal, we got this thing and those things. So that 2 days of ups and downs with all the feel of it later ended up in this, the successful completion of the signal and the further working of the satellite. So that's how we received, and that's how the climax of this movie ended with all the team together in that place. So yes, this was the moment for us. And after this, I just want to end up in this, end this journey in this way. So all of you can be a part with the space, with the satellite, with anything around this in mainly the three ways. Either you can be part of the education, the space education or thing, through which the IYM is a part of it, okay, which is helping all the students, each and every student all around India, all around world, to have a feel of this, have a curiosity of it, okay, about the satellite. So that's why we are targeting those children and this is completely on the mission of Dr. Kalam. Okay, so every time, so he himself was the space come ke Mahanayak in the field of satellite and technology, and his all vision includes the two things, education and youth. Okay, so we are combining these three together and bringing it to you all with the help of Igniting Young Minds. So this is first with the education. The second, you can be a part of various programs and various things all around in India which is going. Like we told you, the Gaganyaan is the new mission which is coming up in ISRO, and lot of other centers of ISRO like HAL. So apart from that, NAL, HAL, DRDO, Defense. Okay, so you could be part of it, and through that you can contribute in the nation's work in these fields, in these particular subjects. Okay, and third is definitely, why can't you also think about building your own ISRO or NASA? Okay, building your own startup in the field of space, satellite, anything on it. Okay, why don't we name something on my own name, or something like ISRO or something? So you can think on it definitely, and we would wish you all for that, and in terms of those thinking and thoughts. So yes, if a person from Rameshwaram can just become the space expert, the president of India, the missile man of India, just on the basis of his dream, okay, and his own power will to work. So you all can work it on the basis of just dream it, okay, to do it. So yes, in this way, I would just like to thank you all, and I would like to end. And over to you, Raviji. Yeah. So thank you.
Thank you, Ratnesh. It was a very inspiring speech by you. And I request all the students, not it is the end of the session. This is the journey journey have started for this satellite technology. So you all can join with us, and we will help you to build your own satellite. And Ratnesh Mishra ji is also president of Igniting Young Minds. That Igniting Young Minds not only conducting workshop in India, we are as well as conducting in other country also. Recently we have conducted in Maldives, and now we are going to Vietnam, and later on we will go to Germany, Australia, and so many places. People are calling us for taking the satellite session. So right now we have trained more than 7,000 students in our country and other country also. So I request Dr. Pramod Sridharan sir to please unmute yourself and address the student. Hello, Pramod sir, can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you.
Yes,
so
sir.
It was a very,
yes.
It was a very nice talk by Shri Ratnesh Mishra ji. It was really a very inspiring talk. It was really mind-blowing in the sense that getting invited by governor and putting himself the satellite on top of the rocket, and waiting for the signal, and one university from England calling up and telling that signal has been received. And it is just like the moment of nirvana. So I suddenly remember one talk by one person where he was telling how Gautama Buddha got the state of nirvana when he was sitting below the Bodh tree, and he suddenly felt ecstasy. So that same moment I feel might have come for Mishra ji and team. So that is really a very inspiring thing. So as our Ravi Shankar ji has told, we are into some bit of robotics and making grippers and hands from a basic understanding, and trying to make some self-balancing vehicles, and some small sort of things. I will just try to present something which we have. I'll just try to. Okay, so here, if you can see, I hope you can see the screen. Are you able to see the screen? You can see?
Yes, sir, we can see that.
Okay, so if you can see.
Yes, sir.
We were trying to make artificial hands, and we were trying to compare it with the market hands, like one hand NASA made, then DLR hands from Germany, then Rutgers University, Oxford, shadow hand and all those. So one of the costliest was shadow hand. They have touched about 92 lakhs. And then other hands also, like NASA hand, all were costly. They were in lakhs. So we try to build some artificial hands which are cheap, which can be done using using some other different technology. All these hands people used to manufacture using high torque compact servo motors, and that is why they are very costly. So each finger of these hands made by these different institutions was at least 1 lakh rupees. So at least 1 lakh rupees was the cost of each finger. But we try to develop it using rubber material, using compression molding technology. And with that, when we developed the mold, it turned out to be 5,000 rupees. And from that mold, we could make about 100 fingers. So it is like 5,000 divided by 100. Each of our fingers came down to about 50 rupees, 50. So if you compare the cost of all these hands which other institutions have made, wherein each fingers of theirs was about more than 1 lakh rupees, we tried to reduce that 1 lakh rupee to just 50 rupees. Oh, okay. All their accuracy, precision, all we have not yet achieved, but the cost difference we could drastically reduce. And where their minimum cost was about 17 lakh rupees and maximum was about 92 lakh rupees. Now this shadow hand has touched more than 1 crore rupees. So we could make it in just about 52,000 rupees, the entire hand. And ours also was not, had about 10 degrees of freedom, wherein if you see a human hand is having about 25 degrees of freedom. And the closest which has come to that is a shadow robot company in England, which has made a 24 degrees of freedom hand. But currently it is costing more than rupees 1 crore. And ours, although it is having 10 degrees of freedom, we could just manage to put it around 52,000 rupees. So this is one of, and we are trying to increase the accuracy, precision of these hands. And some of these, some video also possible, I'll try to show. So these are some of the hands which the other companies have produced, which are costing in lakhs. So this is basically the view of our hand, our fingers. And as you see, there are about, the wrist joint itself is having some 8 bones, which you can see. They are called as carpal bones. And if you see our hand, it is having about 27 bones and approximately 27 degrees of freedom. So the closest which a person has come is a shadow hand, about 24 degrees of freedom. Because of so many bones it is having in the wrist joint, different scientists are of different opinion. Some tell it is 27 degrees of freedom, some tell 26 degrees of freedom, some tell 25 degrees of freedom. So to put on the lower side, we will say 25 degrees of freedom. And shadow hand has come closer to with the 24 degrees of freedom. So these are some of the things. So this is their kinematic model. And this is our idea here. The leftmost is an idea from a Japanese scientist. The middle one is an idea by a well-known Chinese group. And the rightmost is our idea. So our idea is very simple to manufacture, in that, as I told, it is costing only about 50 rupees per finger. And this is our mechanisms, that if you put in air, it bends. So it is just a very simple mechanism. If the two holes, if the two circles are concentric, then if you put air, it will just bulge and burst like a balloon. But just when we put little of eccentricity in the inner hole, by miracle, instead of just bulging and bursting like a balloon, it started bending. And it gave us the principle of anti-Bourdon tube also, because in Bourdon tube also, you will have a tube which is bent and it is having a elliptical cross section. And when it is inflated with the hydraulic, when it is inflated with hydraulic oil, hydraulic pressure, it will straighten up. But in our case, it is initially straight, and when inside there is air, it will try to bend. And so this is what is used for our hand picking. So this actuator was made of a hyperelastic material, namely nitrile rubber. So this you can see that initially there is a hand, and you put air, then it starts to bend. So this is the inner cross section. With the simple cross section, we could achieve in just 50 rupees per finger, which others took about more than 1 lakh rupees using high torque compact servo motor. So in our case, there is no motor, there is no need for ultra compact servo motors. We just require a simple tube with an eccentric hole, and we require only air. And air is available with any compressor. So even if you go, you can find compressors anywhere. For example, the car tire is, you want to put air into the car tire. You can go to so many nearby roadside shops where there are compressors, and you can put air into the. So the same compressor is required for our case also. If you have a simple compressor, which is widely available in India, and you have this circular cross section, which costs just 50 rupees for per finger, we can have the bending effect. So this is what you can see, that initially it is there at 0.5 megapascal or about 5 bar. You can see it bending. At 6 bar, it is bending about 360 degrees, and at 7 bar, it is bending more than 360 degrees. So these are some of the mathematical equations which we obtained for that. So this is we obtained through our own mathematics. We had a nonlinear differential equation here. Why it is showing some error towards the end is where after 3 bar pressure, it will bulge and burst. So at that moment, it becomes unstable. So here, then we used algebra to make an equation, and we had compared experimental and theoretical results, and you can see that they're pretty much close. Some errors are there at certain points. We are trying to rectify it. And then we further developed a matrix equation. We developed the equation based on finite element method. So this is the third mathematical approach we made. The first one, as I told you, this is a non-linear differential equation. We solved it, and we got the result of this. And after 3 bar, when the actuator is bursting, so this was able to only withstand 3 bar. But we can increase the thickness to withstand higher pressures. So second one, using algebra, we made an equation which is also pretty much matching. Then we made an equation using finite element method. So this is a 10 by 10 stiffness matrix. So when we made initially 10 by 10 stiffness matrix, it was giving more errors. Then we made 18 by 18, which was getting pretty much good results. Now we are making a 24 by 24 stiffness matrix. And this is a force vector and displacement vector. These are various mathematical models available. And these are some of the, you can see some videos. For example, this is a simple video which you can see made by this is a made a 6-legged robot which is made with these actuators. So each actuator was costing only about 50 rupees. So this is a pneumatic setup which we have made.
Yeah.
This is, sir, really amazing, sir. Really amazing.
Yes, so it is a simple mechanism. So this is our pneumatic setup, and we are attempting to control all this through the computers, the laptop. Okay, so
Great technology. This is superb.
This is awesome, sir. And what?
Yeah.
So what
we have no word for this.
all the students here to come in this field? So what you suggest to all these students here?
Which one?
So your suggestions to all the students here, and your advice in terms of coming up in the field of robotics, automation.
Yes, sir. So this one also I will just show. This is a picking of egg. So you can see that it has picked up an egg. So using the bending effect, just like this, we have a few more videos, but this was a very we attempted with our gripper to make to pick and place egg without breaking it. So this was the project given to us by ISRO. So they also wanted us to do some design and analysis for the Chandrayaan-2.
Wow.
So this is one thing. So then you can have, so you can see the lifting of Apple also. So this is a soft grippers. This does not harm the fruits and vegetables. So we can automate the movement, material handling in fruit industry with such type of grippers. They are called soft grippers, and they will not harm. If you use the normal grippers in the robots, they are all made of steel, and they are having a particular mechanism which are not compliant. So when such type of grippers are used, it may damage the skin, and there may be some impressions or marks on this. But these type of grippers made with these rubbers, they are conforming to the shape, so they don't spoil the they don't damage the fruits as such. So this is, and this is this egg one is what we got a project from ISR also. They were telling us that if you want a project, so they told we will give the design project of analysis of Chandrayaan. But if you want, you try to develop some. So when we told about gripper, they told you lift an egg, pick it and place it, and don't break it. Then come back to us, we will discuss. So this was the, so this video we showed to ISRO people, they got happy. Then they gave us the project, another 10 lakh project they gave us. And with that, we have given the, we gave the project, we did the analysis and we gave it to them. And the result was that at 23 degrees only the lander which was there will topple. But ISRO has decided that it will only land on those places where there will be 12 degrees. So the lander which was made was fully compatible. It could land on the moon if it had touched down, because only at 23 degrees it would have toppled, whereas they are going to land on a slope which is less than 12 degrees. So then so many other things are also there, as you can see. So many other things, grippers and different types of hands and different types of actuators also we made. And one or two more videos I can just show you, so that these are different molds which you can see. So this is the mold, this is the drawings which we made, and this is the mold, and this is the fingers. So these molds are slightly costly. They cost around 10,000 rupees. But if you make more number of actuators from these molds, then the price can reduce. But instead of 50 rupees, then these may be around 4 times 200, 300 rupees. But they are much less than the lakhs of rupees which are being charged by the other manufacturers. So you can see some of these. These are pressure, some mathematical equations which are. These are some of the hands which we have made, and these are some control systems which we have made. And this is how different grasps of other fingers, and you can see here. So here also there is another. So how it lifts and all. So you can see how it lifts. So this was made in about 2014. So this was an artificial hand. This total hand cost about 54,000 rupees. So it can lift purses also.
Amazing, sir. It is increasing the heat of the program.
Okay.
Marvelous work. Two wonderful people with us today, Ratnesh ji and Pramod sir. Increasing the heat of the moment right now.
This is another. So this is Sarudappa sir. So So this is another, we made a pressure gauge using this actuators called as anti-Bourdon tube pressure gauge. So in the market, we have pressure gauge which is called as Bourdon tube pressure gauge. So with our actuator, we made a pressure gauge called as anti-Bourdon tube. So that is the, so that is what you can see here. So it is in comparison with a Bourdon tube pressure gauge, and it was matching. So this is another. So this you can see how small chips it can ring out, and okay, so this is another one, and this is another metallic bellow hand also we had. So this is a bigger hand which we had. This is the sound of the compressor which is actually doing it. So this could lift slightly higher weights, in the sense that this is a hand which was made with the purpose of lifting about 500 grams, but it could lift about 450 grams.
Yeah.
So this is one thing. So this is a 10 degree of freedom hand, one more. Then we made hydraulic pumps, and so some more things are there. So this is a very small gears of things which we made. And okay, so many other things are there. So that all I think we can. So these are some of the videos which we have here. And so I hope you got some idea of what we are doing here. We are trying to make low cost hands, and the current what we have come is about 52,000 rupees. But the precision and accuracy is still remaining to be done, because one of the advantages why it is so cheap is because we are using the same material which is being used for the tire of a car. So as you see, the tire of a car is black in color. It is nitrile rubber. It is very flexible. At the same time, it is very strong, and it is very cheap. So it is very cheap, it is very strong, and it is very flexible. So it is called as a hyperelastic material. The only difficulty is when we are doing mathematical modeling. The mathematics of hyperelastic materials are almost always non-linear. Because either if you have a stiffness or mass, or you have a damper which is non-linear, then we are bound to get a non-linear differential equation, and solving that is a bit difficult. So mathematical equations, we get problems and some errors are there. We are trying to crack it out. So for that, we are trying to use the finite element method. So in finite element method, which is a numerical method, we use matrices and we use linear algebra. So the effect of all these partial differential equations, we will convert it into algebraic equations, and algebraic equations we will organize into linear algebraic format, which is the matrix format, which is called as governing equation, and that method is called as a finite element method. So in that way, we are trying to get through the mathematical analysis also, and we are having results compared with ANSYS and Abacus and MARC also. So these are some of the things in a short time I want to show you. I don't want to bore you more also. And now we are attempting, we have got another 20 lakhs. So we have got 10 lakhs from our college TBI, which is from the NSTEDB, that is the National Science and Technology Entrepreneurship Development Board, which is under the Department of Science and Technology, which itself is under the Ministry of Science and Technology. So the DST and its subsidiary, the NSTEDB, National Science and Technology, has awarded us 2 funded projects for 10 lakhs each. One, we are doing a 4-legged walking robot having 8 degrees of freedom. That is for going into the mines, and it has got several sensors on its body. That video I am not showing because that is currently under development, and we have to hand it over to the TBI and the EDB, so they don't want us to show any videos. So that is currently being made, and it is having 8 degrees of freedom. It is a walking robot with insect type legs. It will go into the mines and it will detect whether there are some poisonous gases or something. So if there are poisonous gases, then it will relay to the outside center, so we can know what all types of gases are there. So before the miners will go into the caves and all those things, we can know if there are poisonous gases, and we can take suitable measures to rectify it. So that is one project, 10 lakh, which is going on for past 1 year. And another project also which we have seen that one gripper can lift the egg and pick it and place it without breaking it. So the same gripper, we are modifying it and we are putting it into a 3-axis Kara robot, and we are trying to give it to the place in Namakkal in Tamil Nadu, where there is in India they are exporting the maximum number of eggs. So egg industry is there, but nowadays all the egg industry is in India, particularly in India, in Namakkal, it is completely manual operated. So we are supplying our robot, but under the assurance that there will be no job lost. Okay, we are not making our robot, and we are not putting our gripper to remove jobs. No job will be lost. In fact, it will improve the efficiency of the industry there, because currently the workers are identifying the quality of the eggs and the weight of the eggs just by measuring with their hand and with the sight. Beyond that, they cannot go. But if we have cameras and other types of sensors where it can detect microscopic cracks and it can detect the weight, it will be useful for segregation and packing and all that. So we are attempting to increase the quality of the egg detection and handling without losing any of the jobs. So that another 10 lakh project is also currently underway in our college. And for this we have appointed the 2 research associates who are required to start an industry also. So both of them have started the industry, and these 2 technologies, they will develop it and they will sell it in the market. And after some time, they can expand the industry and appoint more people. So the concept here is that we are doing this to tell the students that rather than going to the company and searching for jobs, you start your own company and you get your own job, and if possible, give jobs to few people. So that is this NST EDB that they are doing, that they are giving this 10 lakhs per project, not for anything else, but it is for starting the company. And this 10 lakhs has to be entirely utilized for developing the product. And that product has to be, we have to give periodic reviews, and that product after development, we can use it and sell it in the market. So it is a very good idea by the government of India. And through that, under us, in our group, we have got these 2 companies. One, as I told, is doing the 4-legged 8 degree of freedom robot to identify the gases in the mines. And second one is to develop a 3-axis Kara robot with a gripper so that it can be used in Namakkal in Tamil Nadu, so that it can be used by the farmers, egg farmers there, to increase to identify the quality of the eggs and better segregation and packing without losing any of those jobs. So that is the current projects which we are doing.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. It was a very inspiring speech by you.
Okay.
And it really increased the heat of today moment along with one of the great scientists, Ratnesh Mishra ji.
Yes.
We are very happy to be here. And now I request Pavitra ma'am, can you just unmute yourself? We are going to end the session in few minutes. Pavitra ma'am.
Yeah, sir. Good afternoon, all. I welcome you all, Kerala students. Yeah, sir. Due to the network problem, I can't able to turn on, sir, because raining heavily.
No problem, ma'am.
Okay, sir. On behalf of IIM, I would like to thank our founder, Ravi Shankar sir, and president, who's ignited our country, and also who have launched our Pratham satellite, and also he is a young hero of the country, that is none other than Ratnesh sir. And by igniting the lights on the Juba, just to start my message by saying a quote to the participants, that is Kerala students: ignited minds are the most powerful resources on earth, and the 1 billions of our nation are indeed a great power waiting to be tapped. This quote is written by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam sir. So we are here to tab you, and also you are going to become a powerful resource on earth by IYM. I assure you, inspired by the great words, we intend to spark the flame of consciousness among the young minds like you people. The idea is to provide you a platform to learn and practice about the satellite technology. As I am aeronautical engineering, will greater self-confidence in the young people in our own power. Through IYM, we are here to do task independently. Without a no doubt, we are going to work on the satellite. We are going to build up our own satellite with the help of the platform of Ratnesh sir, founder Ravi Shankar sir, Mr. Manvi ma'am, and Yash sir. So by IYM, you people will have clear path to lead India to a global leadership in satellite technology and become a self-reliant in these spheres. The country has resources. We young people need to work towards our positive achievement by like Ratnesh sir. So surely through IYM, you people gonna build up a satellite without a no doubt, and we will be just make our India. We are going to make India as a self-reliant. Thank you so much. Have a marvelous day with IYM. Thank you so much, sir.
Ma'am, it was a great speech by you. Now I request.
Thank you, sir.
Anushka, can you hear me? Anushka,
Yes,
are you
sir.
there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, please speak a few words.
Yes, good afternoon to all of you. I'm Anushka Bhattrai from Manipur, and I'm now the brand ambassador of Manipur of Igniting Young Minds. I would just like to say something about this team. As you all are attending the workshop of IYM, this workshop will really help you to make your future bright. Like this, you all for the first time, I too attend a workshop of IYM, and after that I joined the team. At the beginning, when I joined this team, I got many opportunities to speak between many big peoples, and got opportunities to do some good works for the nation. And this team will really help you to build your future. You may get many opportunities in this group, and IYM will help you to make you a self-reliant person. I really learned many things in this group and acquire many knowledge about satellite technology. And before joining IYM, I couldn't speak properly in front of many people. But now, after joining this team, I could speak very well in front of many people. As now I'm speaking here in front of you all, I really feel very proud of myself after joining this team. Like me, you all can get many opportunities and learn many good things in this group. Lastly, I will just like to request you all to join this group, as it will be very helpful for you all. And together, let's try to make India a self-reliant country. That's all.
Yes.
Thank you, Sir Ratnesh. Thank you so much, all of you.
Yes, thank you, Anushka. Now I request Leila ma'am to please unmute yourself. Leila ma'am. Hello, Leila ma'am, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Start.
A very good evening to one and all present over here.
You can speak in Malayalam, ma'am, if a student.
IYM stands for Igniting Young Minds. The mission and vision of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, Wings of Fire and Igniting Young Minds, that is a basic pillar of IYM. You have already listened to the young scientist Ratnesh Mishra sir, and so also you have listened to our Honorable Pramod sir. I know very well that, my dear students, and the people, those who are listening, those who have already listened, they have already enriched and empowered. And we, IYM stands for instilling, stimulating, exciting, by creating a student-friendly, child-centered approach to facilitate young minds to achieve the galaxy of success, to bring the dream to be realized, that is our Prime Minister's dream of making our country Atmanirbhar Bharat. My dear students, you are the builders of tomorrow, and you can do it. The change starts from you, and I know very well that you are having the source, and you are the inestimable mind of all gems. and wherever there is a friction or whenever you come into any doubt, our scientists are already there. They will be helping you. So here we go. I know very well that നമ്മൾ കേരളത്തിലെ ആൾക്കാർ എപ്പോഴും ഏത് സമയത്തും എല്ലാ കാര്യത്തിലും മുമ്പോട്ട് പോകുന്ന ആൾക്കാരാണ്. Therefore, I have a great confidence in you people that കേരളത്തിലെ മക്കൾ എപ്പോഴും എന്നും ഏത് സമയത്തും ഒരുമിച്ച് നിന്നുകൊണ്ട് മുന്നേറുവാനായിട്ട് അതിനുള്ള ശക്തി നമ്മൾക്ക് എല്ലാവർക്കും ദൈവകൃപയാൽ ഉള്ളതുകൊണ്ട് ഈ സാറ്റലൈറ്റിൻ്റെതായിട്ടുള്ള ഈ ടെക്നോളജി വർക്ക്ഷോപ്പിൽ പങ്കെടുത്ത എല്ലാ കുഞ്ഞുങ്ങളെയും ഈശ്വരൻ അനുഗ്രഹിക്കട്ടെ എന്ന പ്രാർത്ഥനയോടുകൂടി എന്റെ എല്ലാവിധ വന്ദനവും എല്ലാവർക്കും അറിയിക്കുകയാണ്. താങ്ക് യു സോ മച്ച്.
Yes, ma'am, it was a very inspiring speech. I know little Malayalam, so I understood that it was really a great word for you. Now I request Sangeet sir to please interrupt the session by his golden words. Sangeet sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Good evening to all. It's really a matter of pride for CMAT Kochi to introduce such a greater program for the students of Kerala. And thank you very much. First of all, I would like to thank Mr. Ravi Shankar Kumar, who is the founder of IYM, and also the great personality gave lecture here, Dr. Pramod sir, Mr. Ratnesh Mishra, who is a young and inspiring scientist, and Wing Commander Sanjay sir. And I also appreciate and thank, support all the efforts taken by IYM team. You have a very good team behind this. And I expect many more programs such so that you can make the people to dream and to do it. And thank you very much for the session. Hope we can wind up the program now. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. It was a great moment for, and some of the students have some few questions. So if you are there, I will definitely answer your questions. Have you any exams, sir, for ISRO? There are many exams. You can enter in ISRO. That's not a big thing. If you pass your engineering, you can give the exam for ISRO and you can join ISRO there. You can do even your internship in ISRO. If you can become the part of some of the project of ISRO. If you are really doing some good work, as Pramod sir mentioned that he was doing some project of robotics and he was called by ISRO to work on Chandrayaan project. So he will also get some opportunity if you do some kind of new things. So a lot of things are there. Any other question from a student side? Anyone want to ask anything? Yes, you can do in any kind of engineering field. You will be called by ISRO. ISRO is conducting exam for the scientist post. You can join there and you can work there. You can make some miracle for our country. So yes, thank you everyone. It was a great day in how can I make my own robot and satellite. You can make anything. You can do anything, like how Pramod sir was showing so many robots, how Ratnesh ji was showing his satellites. So you can do a miracle. You all can do a miracle. Nobody can stop you. If a person from Rameshwaram, a small village, can become the missile man of India, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, if a person from Maharashtra, Sachin Tendulkar, can become the best batsman in the world, so how can you not become? You are living in such a great state, Kerala. It is a God's own country. It's a really amazing state. Lot of brilliant people are there. So you can do a lot of great things. Yes, definitely you can contact us on, I will mention you the number. You can contact us on that. And we will help you to guide you how you can build your own satellite. Yeah, and definitely we will end the session. Promotion, we are going to end the session with your permission. Can we stop the session, sir?
Yes, Ravi Shankar ji. Okay, please, and all my best wishes, and also thanks for inviting me. If
Yes,
any
sir.
more,
Thank you, sir.
I have just shown a very small part of my presentation. If it is required, then I can show a full presentation also at later part. You can arrange for the same. Anyway, thanks very much for inviting me.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Ratnesh ji, are you there? I think he's not there. Okay.
Hello.
So yes.
So I
Now
would
we
like
are going
to
to
say,
stop the session. Everyone, thank you so much for coming here.
One second,
You
please hold
contact
on.
us anytime.
Regarding
We
the
will help you to build your own
certificate,
satellite. We'll help you to build your own robot. Your robot
Mr.
can
Ravi
fly
Shankar
with
ji.
the ISRO rockets and go to the, that moon, and you can make some lander for India, like how Vikram was made. So Pramod sir will guide you how to build a different type of robot. As he was saying that only 50 rupees cost of one finger, how he reduced the cost. So it was a really inspiring day today. As I can see the temperature right now where I am, It was showing in the morning 39 degrees Celsius, but now it has become 44 degree. By Pramod sir, the presentation and Ratnesh Mishra together. Thank you everyone. You can leave the meeting by saying Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. Everyone can call Jai Hind, Jai Bharat on your audio and say Jai Hind, Jai Bharat and leave the meeting. Yes.
Excuse me, 1 second. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Regarding certificates, you'll be getting a link via your email, so you can download from that. Within 2 days, you will get your certificates. Hope it is clear. In case any doubts, you can reach me by WhatsApp.
Yes. Yes, sir. Thank you. And now I request all the students, those who are leaving the meeting, you should unmute yourself and say Jai Hind, Jai Bharat and leave the meeting. Everybody unmute yourself. This is the pride for the nation. So do it right now. Time starts.
Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Jai Bharat. Training കൊടുക്കണ്ടായിരുന്നു.
Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Jai Bharat.
Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Jai Hind.
Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. Jai Bharat.
എന്ത് എങ്ങനെയുണ്ടായ ക്ലാസ് നല്ലതാണോ?
Jai Jawan.
Every one of you can leave the meeting right now because the session has ended now. Saying Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. You can all unmute your audio and say Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Can you also Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan?
Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Yes, please leave the meeting by saying Jai Hind, Jai Bharat because as we have ended the session now.
Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Yes, dear student, please leave the meeting by saying Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Yes, please leave the meeting, everyone. It's my request to all of you. Please leave the meeting by saying Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. Because we have closed the session. It's already 1 hour 19 minutes. Yes, please leave the meeting, everyone. It's my request to all of you. Anushka, be there, okay? Anushka Pro.
Okay, sir.
Yes, everyone, please leave the meeting. Ratnesh ji.
Hello.